It just don't make any sense. They only want to do that to certain people who they know have a lot of immense amount, way more power than they have. So that was the case. She got mad, and like usually when I was in my karmic energy and you call them racist, they laugh at you. Oh, you're mad because I was emotional. But this time I did it in such a way that was elegant, classy, very much so like telling her off with intellect, with backing from the Most High and Mother and Father. By telling them who gave y'all the authority, who gave the government the authority over God's chosen people. I told them, I said all of that, like, who gave you authority? And why are you misusing your authority? And that made her mad. And she sent me out of emotion. That's it, you gotta leave. Because you can't take the truth, and the truth really hurts more than anything. You don't have to, all these other people that are coming in violent, they're coming in wrong. You don't have to do any of that. That's not, you don't fight with guns. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, you gonna have your shit. You gonna have this martial law or whatever. We not all sure about what's finna happen. They passed the bill. We don't know what's finna happen. Stay prepared, cool. But you don't fight these battles only with weaponry. That's our last resort if they come to us physically. But 9 times out of 10, our words, our rituals, our affirmations, our cries out to the Most High, our prayers, our meditation, sitting out in the sun, just getting this DNA and allowing y'all to get some downloads, all of this, even this right now, is an affirmation that is furthermore putting more protection into the universe and those who are of the planet. It's putting in more and more protection. This whole video, this whole connection right here. So you don't really need, it's all about intention. You don't need no weapon. You can hit them with the truth. You know? You don't need to be aggressive. You don't need to match their aggression. You really don't. You can stay calm. Like, literally. I'm gonna tell you something. I never read the 48 Powers, the whole book in my life. I read segments of it. Most of my experience and knowledge from how these powers that be move come from experience. They literally give you blank face. Like I said earlier, when I was calling them racist, they had almost laughing at me. And some of them just give you that blank emotion. That blank emotion is a good tactic. That's one of their tactics. Make you look crazy. Make you look like you're moving out of emotion. You're just an angry black person. Now, if you reverse that and you use that blank emotion, while still expressing how you feel, but give them that blankness and still giving them the information and the truth, but it's so blank and no emotion. You're not, you're a parasite. You're not natural to this planet. No emotion, just giving it to their ass. That right there fucks them up, because that's one of their tactics. I learned all of this on my own. I didn't have to read a book. I learned all of this through watching, observing. Observation is the biggest teacher, and I feel like a lot of people want to learn through other teachers and spiritual gurus, but they miss the biggest chance to learn the deepest lessons and the deepest perspectives through observation, through experience, through actually receiving that download yourself and going through it. Because once you do, you're able to really see from a lot of different other tiny, intricate angles that you may not have seen if you were just of this world or going along with things. But if you was really observing and allowing yourself to experience it. You know, some people be like, well, I'm not gonna eat meat because it's just so bad for me. And then it's me, people like me or other people like me who like will try it and then be like, okay, I see why it's bad for me. I see why I don't need to be eating this. I see what, okay, all right. You need to experience. You don't want to hear nobody else tell you meat is bad for you, because I was still eating meat and getting downloads. So yeah, it's bad for me. It may be bad for my gut health, but there was just certain things about it that I seen that, like, people was saying about whole, like, eating only meat, eating only raw. They made that seem like that made them better. But me, I noticed from having experience eating meat and having these downloads that it's still possible. And it may be distorted. So that's why it's important to eat fruit, because you don't want any distortions, but at the same time, it isn't necessary if you one of them ones who are aligned with the Most High Mother and Father, and they need you to give that message. Certain things, and especially if you don't have the resources to eat all fruit and vegetables, and you're going through like difficult times, and a little $5 Wendy's is cheaper than fruit nowadays. This fruit was fucking $7.99. There was some $12.99, $13.99 for a little bowl like this. Like, it is crazy. So yeah, I got the most downloads eating meat. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It slowed me down. It slowed me down. It makes your electrical waves move slower. So that's what I would say about that. But you are still able to get downloads doing so. But yeah, if I would have never allowed myself to fully invoke in that experience, I would have never learned from that and gathered any knowledge. So yeah, y'all. All of this wraps up to just basically say these powers that be are starting to see that a lot of us are growing. We're rising in a rapid way, and they can't stop it. And it's just getting to a point where before we get that glory or that graceful period that we desire or that we were meant to have, we're gonna have a lot of chaos and drama and just a lot of crazy things going on in this world before it actually levels out. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta be prepared for that, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And by spiritually, you gotta start preparing now for the rituals that they're gonna be doing a year from now. And mentally, you gotta start preparing for that. You gotta mentally prepare for what's happening in this world as we speak. That means looking everywhere for signs and synchronicities. It's not more so knowledge. You're looking for signs and synchronicities to lead you to God. All this information, you're really only looking for information because you want to find God. You want to find self. That's why you want information. So really look for the signs and synchronicities to lead you to self. And, self will, your highest self will reveal to you what you need to do before any of these forces try to get to you. And that's all I got to say, y'all. Subscribe, like. I love all of y'all. See your tribe. And I have another banger for y'all at 2 p.m. about the Knights Templar and a dream that I had concerning them. So peace, y'all.